having some problems recently, and I guess it's my job to talk to you about them. So.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been really tough, just something that just happened recently, like in this past week. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, keep going.
I mean, I should be happy,
Yeah.
because after all, Josh McDaniels fired!
Jesus!
McDaniels fired.
Josh McDaniels has gotten the boot.
And now I'm going to PayPal Richie because I'm fined.
Because you
That's
broke the
ladies and
stage
gentlemen, that
even
is a
more.
first, by the way, that a chair fell off the stage in 60. This is episode 60. Boro
Shockingly
Tailgate Talks.
enough.
So it only took 60 episodes for this to happen.
Shockingly enough, there's still a first.
I'm sure not the last.
Shockingly enough, there's still a first for everything.
Oh God!
on
Now I
this
broke
show.
the other side. Now I broke the other side of the stage.
God.
See, now wait a minute. See, I think it's only fair, as I try to fix the stage. You know what? I'll fix it after.
They can't even see it.
I'll fix it after. But I always put the missing board on. See, Richie, I think it's only fair. Essentials broke this side, so Tailgate Talks has to break this side. I think it's fair. I think it's fair. I think it's fair. I think it's fair. But
That one got a good laugh out of Hayley over there. I saw that.
as I try to move this into the right position, am I good? Am I good right here, Richie?
Oh, him moving that chair was definitely obliterating the microphone, wasn't it?
Oh God, I can't wait to.
Oh,
Hey, who's gonna have to edit that volume? Who's gonna have to edit that volume? Yeah, volume. This is gonna be another failgate. Speaking of failgate, that's next week, I think. I don't know. I'm so wired.
it's so close. It's like it follows. It just. Oh God! Don't tell me we're getting told that this isn't working.
No.
Oh, okay, Richie's just fixing the camera. Thank the Lord.
Yeah. So my back feels good. Not.
Got a nice good stretch in it by hanging off the chair like that.
So before this, I almost fell off the stage. And then here, I fell off the stage.
Yeah.
And then you almost fell off the stage and Joe came and pushed you for 5 minutes.
As I try to fix my jersey, because, my worst enemy is a microphone in a jersey. But, yeah, loaded show for episode 60. Alex, would you like to tell the people why it's a loaded show?
Why it's a loaded show?
AKA the reason why the viewers are probably tuning in right now.
First of all, Athlete Spotlight number 3 is today. That'll be at the end of this episode. Caroline Zentis from Boro Women's Lacrosse will be on the show today. Look forward to that. It was probably the quickest one of the 3 that we've done so far, but it was a good one. So stick around for that at the end.
And then according to her,
The view counts are just
Yeah.
going to go straight up.
because it's been all downhill ever since Never mind. All right. Almost got Hayley again. All right. What do you want to start with?
We're going to start with college ball.
Do we have to?
Let's do it. All right, so I actually watched this Ohio State game. I haven't necessarily had time to watch the Ohio State games recently, but
Why are we so far apart, by the way?
don't know. Anyway, shout out to Rutgers for scoring more points than Penn State did on us. Ohio State played at Rutgers this Saturday on a typical noon football game, won 35-16. Rushing game is fantastic. Like, this run game has really come together, and they did a. Am I all right? Yeah, I'm okay.
Don't let me fix that.
There was a graphic. I don't remember the exact numbers, but the rushing numbers are significantly better when Travion Henderson is healthy, which he was this week, and he was the week before. So the run game has looked great. It has been working really well for us, and it's allowed Kyle McCord to not do anything crazy. Defense is fantastic. We were missing both of our top 2 corners corner and 2 safeties, actually. We were missing Denzel Burke, Lathan Ransom, and Josh Proctor. Josh Proctor got hurt in the second half of the game. The other 2 were out for the entire game. But they were great. Going back real quick, I forgot to mention the stats. Travion Henderson had 22 carries for 128 yards and a touchdown. He also had 5 receptions for 80 yards. So he was a very big part of the Ohio State offense this week. He was integral in the offense's ability to move up and down the field, which was a struggle in the first half. We were losing 9-7 at halftime, which was kind of rough. McCord is just, he's not fantastic right now. He's doing all right, doing pretty much what you need to do to beat teams like Rutgers. He was 19 for 26, 189, 3 touchdowns, a pick. Nothing crazy.
He's getting the job done.
Getting the job done. People don't understand that Greg Schiano, the head coach of Rutgers, has them bowl eligible through the first 8 weeks. This is the first time they've been bowl eligible since 2014. And they also have a top 10 defense in the country where corner is their strong suit. So this team is very capable of defending the pass. They are a top 10 defense in the country. Solid win. Ohio State under Ryan Day now moves to 38-0 against unranked opponents, which is absolutely absurd. And Ohio State remains number 1 in the college football playoff poll. So
There you go.
yeah,
There you go.
did exactly what they needed to do this week.
And I don't want to talk about Pitt. Though the first half they played well.
I don't even know who they played this week. Oh, they played Florida State, right?
Yeah, defense played well. Offense,
Suspect, to say the least.
Narduzzi was asked, will Nate Yarnell receive any playing time? And he said, I don't know. That's a good question to ask Signetti. You're the head freaking coach!
Yeah. You're supposed to know those things as the head coach of the football team. Oh, no, he's looking in the camera.
I forgot what I was just going to say.
The look was all you needed. That was all you needed to know. I don't know, even if you're a defensive-minded head coach, which he's not, by the way.
No.
Even if you're a defensive-minded head coach, you're still responsible for knowing that your team's roster moves.
Yeah.
You're the one that makes the ultimate decision on that.
And why are you switching quarterbacks again right now? Because I think Bayer's fine. He's fine.
He's finally probably starting to get the rhythm of playing in
Yeah.
game time situations.
Yeah. But, I guess here we go. Jordan Travis, he was 22 for 36, 360 yards and a touchdown.
It's about what you expect.
Yeah, Benson, 12 carries, 97 yards, 1 touchdown. Receiving-wise, Douglas got the ball 6 times for 115 yards. Thayer was 15 for 35 or 244, a touchdown and a pick.
Completion percentage was rough.
Rodney Hammond didn't really play much in the beginning, which probably because the stuff he tweeted out, though he had every right to do that, because Narduzzi sucks. Hammond carried the ball 13 times for 60 yards, and Kamamfe Mumfield and Bupp Means actually had pretty decent games. Got the ball 3 times, 99 yards, and then Bupp Means 7 times, 98 yards and a touchdown. So, receiving-wise, okay. Pretty solid, I would say. Pretty solid, especially against the number 4 team in the country. But, Alex, do you like Florida State's chances on possibly making the playoffs?
This is a tough question to answer. Based off of the fact that they're undefeated, yeah, I do. But
It's just they're in the ACC.
they're in the ACC.
Yeah.
They really were super close to losing to Boston College. I watched that game. It was really close down to the line. They got played real tough by Boston College, who their offense made Florida State look pretty dumb on defense.
And they kept it close against Pitt in the first half, too.
Yeah.
So-
So I would love to say, because I always pull for the underdog team in the CFP poll, I would love to say Florida State has a great chance. And if they stay undefeated, there's a good chance that they do, stay there.
Mhm.
But I just don't know that at this point that I trust this team to, do anything. If they do make the college football playoff, which, by the way, is still not completely guaranteed. Alabama could win out, beat Georgia in the SEC championship. I don't think that's possible. I don't think that will happen, but it's a possibility. I know I just said I don't think it's possible, but it's a possibility. Just completely contradicted that.
Yeah.
Ignore that. It's a possibility. I don't think it's likely. Other teams, Texas could win out and make it in.
Texas.
Washington's right there at number 5, I
Talk
believe.
about a crazy game with USC, huh?
Yeah, 52-42, I believe, was the final.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's other teams that if they keep winning, there's a very good chance that they could sneak in ahead of Florida State, who did hammer LSU at the beginning of the season, which was really impressive, by the way. But other than that, their resume really isn't anything special. So we'll see how they do. I think if they stay undefeated, there is probably, and win the ACC, there's probably a good chance that they end up making it, though.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But before we get to Boro football, I do want to mention Pitt basketball is back tonight. Pitt by 100.
Ooh, yeah, that's tonight, isn't it?
Yep, Pitt by 100. The Texas Rangers, the World Series champions, and MLB free agency is now live. So Shohei Ohtani can officially sign to whatever team he wants to.
Oh boy, this will be interesting to see.
Exactly, and so far, right now, the only news is that Dylan Cease is currently on the trade block from the Chicago White Sox, which would be a big move and a big loss for the White Sox, but I expected them to possibly move Cease either at the deadline, which they didn't. So chances are I could probably see him being moved here pretty soon. I can maybe see him going to the Yankees, possibly. Angels, maybe, I don't know. But Ohtani, I don't know. I don't know. Either one of the New York teams or the Dodgers is where I think Shohei Ohtani will go. I do not think, you got to think, close to Japan. So chances are the Dodgers, I don't think he's staying with the Angels. I don't think the Angels are going to pay him. I think he wants to win. So I think he's going to the Dodgers. You know what? That's my final pick. I think he's going to the Dodgers. Just stay out of the NL Central, please. And the Pens beat the Sharks the other night, 10-2, which don't know where that came from.
Second time the Sharks have allowed 10-plus goals this season.
Sharks are really bad.
Yeah, they're really, 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 really bad.
Really bad. So that's that. All right, Boro football. Yikes. Though Slippery Rock is very, very good.
Yeah, the only actual, head and shoulders above everyone else really good team in the PSAC currently.
Yeah, Braden Long, I mean, my God, 23 for 27 for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, best quarterback rating in the history of Division II football, I believe.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely absurd.
Yeah, Khalid Dorsey got the ball 8 times for 95 yards.
He's nice like that.
Cohen Russell got the ball 5 times, 180 yards and 3 touchdowns. Good Lord. Kyle Sheets got the ball 5 times for 104 yards.
Yeah, Sheets is nice.
God, Isaac was 21 for 33. I do too. Isaac was 21 for 33. I believe I wrote down 231 or 234 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. So once again, for Isaac.
Played well.
Brian Trowell got the ball 9 times for 42 yards rushing. Receiving-wise, Amani Bailey got the ball 6 times for 85 yards. And Thad Stanfield got the ball 5 times for 65 yards and a touchdown. Next game will be this Saturday against Lock Haven, and we'll see if Matt will be back. I mean, I had a conversation
It's the last game of the season, right?
Yeah, I had a conversation with Matt. I don't know if he wants me to say anything, so I'm not. So we'll see if Matt comes back against Lock Haven. So yeah, tough game. Slippery Rock's really good. That's all really I can say about it at this point. And let's see if Edinboro can finish the season with a win. So
Yeah.
That's my
probably one of their more winnable games of the season.
Yeah, I think they can. I think they can pull it off.
Me
against
too.
Lock Haven.
Yeah.
I think they got it. I think they're good. They can get it done.
All right, we going to Steelers? Is that what we're pivoting to?
Sure.
Holy ref ball. Jesus. I'm still recovering in my voice. I was at this game. I believe that we said this last week on the show, but I was at this game Thursday night. Defense was great. Shocker. Defense played really well. Will Levis didn't play a bad game. He threw for like 260. He didn't throw any touchdowns, threw a pick, but he did overall pretty well. Defense was just fantastic. TJ Watt did his best impression of his older brother, JJ, by sacking Will Levis without his helmet on. Risky decision, but pretty cool play on the highlight center. Dude, rushing game. How we can run the ball now? I wasn't ready for this, quite frankly. Jalen Warren carried the ball 11 times for 88, and Najee had it 16 for 69 and a touchdown, which is a very good rushing game, especially for the Steelers standards, especially against that stout Titans run defense, too. The team ran the ball really well. The O-line looked like they were playing well. Matt Canada used pre-snap motion, praise Jesus. I don't know where that came from either. He apparently made a whole new playbook and ripped a couple pages out of Sean McVay's book. The Steelers' offense looked solid. Kenny had a lot of time in the pocket a couple times. He was fine. He wasn't anything special. He was clutch in the fourth quarter again.
This might seem like I'm defending him, which I'm not. I'm going to say this beforehand. I do not think Kenny's playing well this year. However, I think that the ribs may have been a partial issue.
Could have been. Definitely could have been. Definitely not putting up numbers by any standard, but he was fine. He was 19 for 30, 160, had the game-winning touchdown to Deontay Johnson, who had 7 catches for 90 yards, probably his best game of the season. So, I mean, the Steelers came out and showed out in primetime, Thursday Night Football on national television, against a team that I would consider pretty much equal to them in terms of competitiveness. Mike Vrabel's teams are always really, really competitive. I've watched them play a lot of really hard-nosed smash-mouth football. So this is a good win. Great drive at the end. The refs really wanted to carry the Titans down the field for a game-winning touchdown, but it didn't end up happening.
Will Levis, by the way.
He was making some throws out there.
He's got a cannon.
Oh, yeah, he's got an arm on him. I knew that from the time he was about to get drafted. He's got a cannon.
And I hope Burks is all right.
Yeah, he has all the movement in all of his extremities. He whacked his head off, the back of his head off the ground going up for a ball towards the end of the game. But yeah, the game was pretty good. DeAndre Hopkins was handled pretty well. Joey Porter Jr. actually played, which was great. His arms are so unbelievably, ungodly long. It's ridiculous. His ability to play man coverage is insane. But yeah, good win for the Steelers in prime time. I believe at one point I told the refs that I would meet them in the parking lot, so that happened. But yeah, great game to watch. Really fun to be there. So good game, Steelers. You're 5-3 now. You're somehow in the race for the winning the division. I don't know how.
Football's weird.
Football's really weird. But yeah, I believe they have Green Bay next, right? The Steelers have back-to-back primetime games. What the heck?
It's 1 o'clock.
The Green Bay game?
Yeah.
Oh, the Green Bay game is 1 o'clock. I was going to say, I think they have a mini bye going off this game. So that's a 1 o'clock game. I thought that was prime time for some reason. But yeah, good game.
Yeah. How you doing?
Yeah, how you doing?
Joe, what he just said here reminds me. He's going to be like Peter with the ref at the end of the game in the parking lot. Punt. Yeah, the punt. You know what I'm talking about? I don't think it's past season 6. I think it's past season 6. So. No, the football game when he's. Yeah, okay, I was gonna say. All right, what's next?
Do we want to keep going NFL stuff? Because we can move on to some question topics.
We can.
As we said, Josh McDaniels has been fired from the Las Vegas Raiders. I almost called them the Oakland Raiders. They also fired offensive coordinator Mick Lombardi,
Oh, they did?
GM Dave Ziegler, and they benched Jimmy Garoppolo. So, I don't know. I don't know if he is or not, because there was also Joe Lombardi. There's a theme of Lombardis that were offensive coordinators getting fired. The Chargers fired Joe Lombardi after last season. Anyway, is this the end of Josh McDaniels' tenure as a head coach in the National Football League?
Yes.
Good answer.
I think he'll be back as an offensive coordinator
Somewhere.
somewhere.
Preferably with a Hall of Fame quarterback that can carry him. So
Let's think. Probably. What's a team that McDaniels could join, right? Or McDaniel could join.
Steelers.
Hey. Not if Matt Canada's on the sideline.
Yeah, Matt Canada on the sideline is ice cold, apparently.
No, there's still some plays I was questioning, but it was better.
It was.
The play calling was better. The Jets,
Nat Hackett's been fine.
Broncos,
That's realistic, actually.
yeah.
Josh McDaniels returns to the Broncos. That would be scuffed.
Which will make me hate the Broncos even more. Though I will, they earned bonus points, by the way, playing the Taylor Swift song after beating the Chiefs.
That was funny.
But I'm still not picking the Broncos.
No.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and just write Bills down right now
Oh, yeah.
for rapid fire. I feel bad. I'm sorry. I feel bad for Russell Wilson. I'm sorry.
He hasn't been playing bad at all.
No.
He's up there at the top of the league in terms of individual statistics.
Yeah, but like the last year, a couple years, I don't know. I just feel bad.
Yeah.
For Russell Wilson.
Well, I'm going to say something I said last week. I'm going to monologue.
Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you every reason that I despise Josh McDaniels.
Oh boy.
First of all, Josh McDaniels, after being fired from the Las Vegas Raiders, had a 10-16 record, which isn't the worst on the planet, considering it was a flawed roster, but not anywhere good whatsoever, especially considering the team went 10-7 and made the playoffs the prior season, him being hired, with Rich Bisaccia as their interim head coach after John Gruden's emails got leaked. He was 12-20 in Denver, bringing his total coaching career record as a head coach to 22-36. 0 winning seasons. First coach in the Super Bowl era to never finish his second season as a head coach on 2 different football teams. This dude has continuously proven that he is a locker room cancer. And I mean that in the worst way possible.
Mm-hmm.
This man is a locker room cancer, telling his players that he could make a high school quarterback into an all-pro instead of them. Got rid of 2 franchise quarterbacks, by the way, Derek Carr and Jay Cutler. I know we laughed saying the name Jay Cutler, but Jay Cutler with the Denver Broncos was coming off a career year, and a lot of people considered that he was probably entering his prime and that he was about to do a lot for the organization and that they were about to succeed and have their first successful quarterback since John Elway. Got rid of him, too. Got next to nothing in trade compensation to the Bears. Totally screwed the Colts over, not really, but screwed the Colts over by promising to join them as their head coach and then jumping ship to Denver. We don't know anything about people jumping ship in any organization whatsoever. He had his own mini Spygate 2. Well, a lot of people forget about this, but Josh McDaniels, camera guy for the Broncos, was filming 49ers practice walkthrough footage. So that's another thing, following in his head coach's footsteps in Bill Belichick. And getting beaten by Jeff Saturday in his first coaching job off the couch is probably my favorite one. I'm going to say this again in the meanest way possible. Josh McDaniels is a man-child coaching a football team. He does not deserve another shot as a head coach. I called this last year when McDaniels got hired.
You did.
I said that he was not going to be it. I said that he would not be capable because he already proved himself plenty in Denver with all the controversy and with how poorly he treats his players. Josh McDaniels is a man-child. He is not a grown man. He does not know how to treat his players. You know who else didn't know how to treat their players? Urban Meyer. We saw how that one went. Bye. No one's going to miss you.
I thought you were doing the uppies thing.
Nope.
Joe's doing the uppies thing. Yeah. Bye, McDaniel. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. You know what? You're just Daniel.
Yeah.
You're just
Goodbye. Goodbye, Daniel.
Daniel. Goodbye, Daniel. Bye. Family Guy Daniel.
All right, should we just do the next question topic? I don't know what else you have written down. We have rapid fire. I know that, but I think
Fire.
are we just going to blow through the rest of this NFL stuff and then get to rapid fire?
Once we get to rapid fire, we'll see where we're at.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. This one will probably be a little bit quicker than the Josh McDaniels one. Who do we think is the next head coach that's going to get fired in the NFL this season?
Brandon Staley.
Brandon Staley.
All right. Rapid fire.
Yeah. So I have a couple things written down real quick. Brandon Staley is at the top of my list. He's 3-4 as it stands currently in the season, 22-19 overall as a head coach. Doesn't seem that bad, but you consider the fact that they choked a 27-point.
We got news. Kyler Murray will be starting this Sunday.
Oh, Kyler Murray's playing. How about that? Anyway, 22-19 doesn't seem like a bad record, but then you consider 27-point blown lead in the playoffs to the Jacksonville Jaguars, calling a timeout and letting the Raiders kick a field goal so that they couldn't both make the playoffs off a tie in Week 18 the season before. Just numerous mind-numbing decisions on 4th down and blowing games. Chargers are going to charger, and that's still a thing, even with Brandon Staley. Next is Matt Eberflus for the Bears. He's 2-7 right now as the season stands. He's 5-22 overall as a head coach. They just haven't had enough success, and I think defensive-minded head coaches are slowly dying in the NFL anyway. So there's that. Again, continuing with that, actually the next two guys are also defensive-minded head coaches. Dennis Allen, I get it. The Saints are 5-4 and in the race for the division lead right now, but he's 12-14 overall with them. 11-37 when his stint with the Raiders, bringing his total to 23-51 as a head coach. He's just not a guy that's really going to win you a ton of football games when it matters, and I just don't think that he's really what they need, especially with a Derek Carr who's still capable of doing things. I think they need an offensive-minded head coach. Todd Bowles, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 3-5 as it stands. They are certainly not out of the race for the NFC South because no one is, because it's the NFC South. He's 11-14 as it stands with the Bucs right now. He was 24-40 in his tenure at the New York Jets, which I actually forgot about. Putting his total record as a head coach at 35-54 overall. Again, just not a guy you can really trust that's going to win you the big-time games, especially if he doesn't have an elite defense, which he doesn't right now. Definitely not terrible, but not great. And then last one, Colby, you're welcome. Arthur Smith of the Atlanta Falcons. Currently 4-5. Again, I have 3 NFC South coaches on the hot seat on this list right now, but it's true, 4-5. Again, right there in the race for the division. 18-24 overall as a head coach. He just hasn't been able to get it going. He's not utilizing Bijan Robinson for some reason. He's struggled to get Kyle Pitts involved with the offense. Desmond Ridder also sucks, which doesn't help. But yeah, I'd say if the Chargers don't make the playoffs this year, I would say Brandon Staley is probably public enemy number 1 on this list of guys to get fired because they are by far the most talented team out of these. Highest paid defense in the league and are on pace to historically be one of the worst defenses in NFL history, which is bad when you're a defensive-minded head coach, if you couldn't infer that already. And you're wasting Justin Herbert's career. So there you go.
Yeah, I agree. But what else you got?
All right, we're just going to blow through these NFL games real quick.
What do?
Chiefs.
Jeez, I can't speak.
Chiefs sliding by the Dolphins in Germany at 9:30 in the morning, 21-14. Didn't watch that one. Vikings kick a game winner at Falcons, 31-28. Falcons suck. Saints handled the Bears at home, 24-17 to keep themselves in the race for the division. Packers shut down the Rams at home, 20-3, which I thought was pretty surprising. The Commanders slide by the Patriots at New England, 20-17, excuse me. Ravens just dominating another playoff team, beating the Seahawks at home 37-3, which was absolutely insane. 37 points for the Ravens, and Zay Flowers netted me a total of 2.1 points in fantasy. Fantastic. Texans light up the Bucs defense at home. C.J. Stroud continues to dominate as the first good Ohio State quarterback in the NFL, 39-37. The Browns absolutely skunked the Cardinals at home, 27-0, which I thought was pretty crazy. Colts handled the Panthers on the road, 27-13. No one's really surprised. Raiders blew out the Giants in a game where Daniel Jones tore his ACL in his right knee and is out for the season, 30-6.
Who's the Giants backup?
His last name is DeVito.
Danny DeVito?
Cowboys collapsed against the Eagles on the road, 28-23. Still a close game, which means that the NFC East race is definitely not over yet. The Cowboys will get the Eagles at home later in the season. And the Bengals hung on to beat the Bills at home, 24-18. And then we have Jets versus the aforementioned Chargers in primetime tonight, which will be interesting. I can't wait for Zach Wilson to look like a Hall of Famer against Brandon Staley's defense today.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go. All right, rapid fire time?
Yep.
All right, Richie, do we want to do the lights thing again like we did 2 weeks ago? Yeah, bro's like, this is coming out of your paycheck. No. Yeah, keep them on. There we go. Lights
Dramatic lighting.
Dramatic lighting. Wait, just, I'm curious. Go ahead, turn them on. Actually, this works.
Yeah, it does.
This works.
Because this actually,
yeah, you keep
that
good.
looks,
You're good.
that looks darker than it actually is,
okay.
too.
So.
Also, we'll talk about the Pens more next week. We just didn't really have space for it this week.
This guy won again.
Yes, I did. Continuing it.
Beat Emma tonight. So, here's the thing. Myself and Tiger are tied. We will figure that out later. Or we won't, because I'll forget to do it. You'll have to remind me. But tonight could decide a winner or a tie, which is crazy because then there's another tie and there's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah.
Unless we decide because, we make the rules.
I mean, yeah.
So, AJ has the Jets, and AJ is at 10. Landon has the Chargers at 11. If the Jets win,
AJ and Landon tie.
the Chargers lose, or Chargers win, then Landon wins. So, and Bryce beat EJ, by the way. So here's everybody's predictions right here. Okay, here we go. This Thursday night game. Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Panthers and Bears.
Panthers and Bears.
Bryce Young versus Tyson.
Bryce Young versus Tyson Bagent.
I'm going to go Panthers.
I'm going to go... Is it at Carolina?
Chicago.
I'm going to go Bears.
9:30, Colts and Patriots. Colts.
Yeah, I'm going to go Colts, too.
Texans and Bengals. Ooh.
CJ Stroud could have a game against the Bengals defense.
He's a dog this year.
I'm still going to go Bengals.
Yeah, I'm going to go Bengals just because Joe Burrow is my quarterback.
Yeah, they let Baker Mayfield, and the Texans defense let Baker Mayfield and the Bucs score 37 points this week, so.
Saints and Vikings.
Oh.
I think this...
I think whatever combination of Jaron Hall and Josh Dobbs probably won't be enough for the Vikings to win this game. I want to go Saints.
Yeah, I'm going to go Saints too. Packers and Steelers. I hope the Steelers win.
Me too. Jordan Love has not been great against good defenses, so I'm going to go Steelers.
Titans and Bucks.
God.
I'm going to go Titans.
Who's the home team?
Bucks.
I'm going to go Titans too. I have faith in Will Levis. The Bucks defense has also been underperforming.
Yeah. 49ers and Jags. I think this is where the Jags momentum gets hit. I think the 49ers will win this game. The 49ers have been down. I think the 49ers will pick it back up this week.
Jags defense has been very solid this year. I got to go with the Prince.
You on Jags?
I'm going with the Prince. I'm saying the Niners lose their 4th straight game.
Okay. TK will be happy. Dynamite will be generational. Browns and Ravens. Ravens are on fire.
Yeah, they are. They're seriously.
They could win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Falcons, Cardinals. If Kyler's playing, I'm going to go Cardinals. And it looks like he's playing, so I'm going to go with Cardinals.
This is a tough one. But Jonathan Gannon's squad has been scrappy, so I'm going to go Kyler Murray and the Cards on this one.
Lions and Chargers. Lions, Dan Campbell, baby.
Yeah, Lions offense against Brandon Staley's defense.
Giants and Cowboys. Cowboys, because
Cowboys, Jesus, they beat them 40-0 with Daniel Jones.
Commanders and Seahawks.
Seahawks, they bounce back.
I'm gonna go Commanders. I don't know. I'm going Commanders. And then the last one, because I already wrote down the Bills. Jets and Raiders. Raiders looked without McDaniel.
Yeah, but they also played the Giants.
Yeah,
I just don't think.
I'm going Jets.
I'm going Jets. I don't even know who the starting quarterback is for the Raiders.
Jets. Richie, where are we on at time? 30. We can go a few more minutes if you want to. I don't know.
Yeah, we have athlete spotlight too, though.
Yeah, that's true.
There anything else to talk about?
Let me look on Twitter. Twitter it is. Twitter. The Oakland A's are claiming Miguel Andujar off of waivers from the Pittsburgh Pirates. So there's that. Other than the Kyler news, I don't really see anything.
Kyler recovered really fast.
He did.
That's crazy.
He did. No cart for Aaron Rodgers walking in, or crutches.
Yeah, he's also recovering scary fast.
He's on that John Cena type S word.
Yeah.
Phillies are only giving $20 million qualifying offer to Aaron Nola, so there's that. None for Rhys Hoskins. He's a Pirate. Buffalo Bills Stephon Diggs was not happy again tonight. At halftime, he was going into the locker room saying, "I'm not even effing sweating." Once again, Stephon Diggs is a big old drama queen.
Yep.
So that's pretty much all I got. So
I mean, yeah. So that's
Yeah.
it for this. We will send
Oh.
you guys off to.
What's your opinion on the George Pickens stuff?
Yeah. I don't know.
I think he
if
just
they,
needs to play the game.
I think if they start to use him more, it'll be fine. But I think if he gets underutilized, then there might be a problem. So.
Yeah. Pitt basketball tonight. Pitt by 100. Hopefully the Pirates do something in free agency. They need a first baseman, so I think, and to re-sign Andrew McCutchen. So there's that, and yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I believe full AEW Full Gears this Sunday. Hopefully our boy Max retains the belt.
Yep. MJF up to retain the AEW World Title.
And Sammy Guevara is still out with a concussion, though his wife Ty is almost due. So. What was that? What was that?
We got a ghost in the studio.
Oh no! It's funny it's on my side. All right, moving on. All right, athlete spotlight.
Sending you guys off now. Here's my ball.
The reason why the views are.
Yeah, off to the reason why our views are skyrocketing this week. We'll see you guys next week. Alrighty, athlete spotlight number 3? Number 3, I believe.
Sure.
We don't remember numbers out here. Anyway, athlete spotlight number 3, Caroline Zentis, Boro Women's Lacrosse. By her own claims, will skyrocket the views of this show in a week.
We need
pressure.
We need help.
No pressure whatsoever.
Yeah, we need help.
All right, we're going to jump right in. Since classic Boro anything is not prepared whatsoever, there was no bio on you on our athletics page. So, Caroline, I already know a decent bit about her anyway. Caroline went to Fairview, which is pretty close to here. You played basketball and lacrosse in high school. And then I'll just read off some of your stats from here, from this season, and we'll get into it, and then you can introduce yourself and kind of talk about yourself. So 2023 stats, 13 games started, 18 goals, 4 assists, 22 total points, 31 shots on goal, which is good for 8.689 shot on goal percentage on successful shots. So, pretty impressive stat line. Caroline, go ahead. Talk about yourself a little bit. Plug yourself to the internet.
Hi, I'm Caroline. Like you said, I grew up, in the Erie area. I went to Fairview High School. I'm proud to be a Fairview Tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great school, great athletics. I had great coaches in high school. Even though for lacrosse we had 3 coaches out of my 4 years of high school, which was tough. But basketball we had the best coach in the district, so proud to say it.
There you go. Bleeding black and red. How about it?
And I'm just gonna say that real quick that Greenville beat Fairview twice in District 10 championship games.
Listen,
Tough.
no comment on that.
No, it's all right because Fairview finally beat Greenville after the back-to-back. So
Tough.
yeah.
All right, we're going to jump straight into questions. We're going to get this thing rolling. So, obviously you play lacrosse here, but is there any discrepancy there? Do you like playing lacrosse or basketball more?
Basketball is a passion of mine. That is
Yeah.
number one. Going into college, it was kind of easier to play lacrosse in college, especially here, because just kind of the things that our program here at Edinboro isn't, the greatest yet. But the basketball program is very, very good. They have their stuff in line, but we're kind of building for lacrosse, so it was easier to play lacrosse. But basketball definitely is something I love to do, and I was pretty good at in high school. So. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Now this is gonna be a very difficult question. I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready. In terms of lacrosse, what's the favorite play you've ever made?
All right. In high school, on my senior night, My best friend Brenna and I came up with this play called Nike, and we came up with it in 5th grade, and it
Dang.
was where we switch our sticks mid-game. So like if I had the ball, I'd switch my stick to her, like the full stick, and then
Oh,
she would
you
go
would-
and score.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and we did it on my senior night, and she scored with my stick in the ball. Like it was awesome.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
No, that's sneaky.
It was a good
I
moment.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a midfielder according to the thing, which is, by the way, for any of you that don't know, soccer and lacrosse-wise, very difficult. Tons of running. So what do you do to keep your body right? To keep yourself in shape to do all the running, basically, of the team.
Yeah, there definitely is a lot of conditioning involved in preparation for the season. Definitely, like in the summertime, I'm always doing conditioning, like run on the treadmill and like long distance and even just like sprints. But I also am the draw controller, so I take the draws at the beginning of the game and after every goal. And for that, you have to have like good wrist strength. Make
Yeah.
sure your wrists are really strong so you can get up and get the ball with one hand. So, yeah.
Yeah. Talk about what's going through your head when you have the ball in a breakaway.
It's mostly like, Caroline, don't trip and fall.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't lose the ball. Don't trip.
because sometimes I catch myself thinking too much, and I end up like hesitating when I'm trying to make a play or do a move, and I just lose the ball or something. But really, it's just kind of like if you have something in mind that you want to do, just stick with it. Because like I know what I'm capable of. I know I can get out there and make a move and do it well. So yeah, just not being too hard on myself with that.
Yeah, I'm thinking a lot, doing stuff. Who does that? Okay. But
Oh, I just realized I wrote you down for back-to-back questions. Whoops, my bad.
yeah, that's
I
okay.
was looking at my notebook just now.
That's bad. Then
I realized I wrote you back-to-back.
Now
Whoopsie.
you good. Did you just say whoopsie?
Yeah.
Okay. But were your expectations different from your reality when you came in as a college athlete?
Yes, definitely. But on the positive side of that, like when I came in here, athletes from every sport were extremely nice and welcoming. The atmosphere among the student athletes was great. But definitely more of the like athletic side of it in my program was just not what I imagined as I was being recruited in high school. But it's where God placed me, so I just stuck with it. And yeah, but definitely like had to go through some ups and downs starting the season, and we have a decently new coach, so we were all just learning together when I came in.
All right, the question we ask everybody at the end of these, most fun question for everyone to answer. What's your advice for incoming freshman athletes?
Well, definitely don't be afraid to show out when you get here. Don't be like overly cocky and confident, but bring that confidence in, and don't be afraid to try new things with it, and also just have fun making friends. Like we're still young, so just have fun with your girls or your guys, like enjoying your sport.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Joe, we're gonna do rapid fire questions. If you wanna cut back to the wide, we can do this one from there. All right, we're going to go through some real quick, just personal questions. Not like personal, but just like personal preference type questions. We're going to go through these really fast. So, number one, favorite sport to watch?
Football,
Yeah.
definitely.
Pepsi or Coke?
Coke,
Yes. Got some Coca-Cola people out here. Love it. Favorite sport to play other than lacrosse? I think we already know this answer.
basketball,
Yeah. Favorite food?
anything Italian.
Yeah. Uh-huh. You heard it right. You heard it right, people. Favorite vacation spot?
Somewhere with mountains.
Yeah,
I love the
I like that.
views,
Okay.
like Colorado, West Virginia.
That's
like
pretty,
that.
yeah. I like it too. Favorite band? This could be musician, creator, it doesn't have to be like an
Drake.
actual band. Drake,
I
yeah.
love Drake.
Okay.
What's your go-to pregame song?
Buy or Love by For King and Country.
Interesting.
It's not like a hype song.
Yeah, I was going to
but
say, it's not a song I've even heard of before, I don't think.
It's but it gets me in the right mindset before I play a game, and
There
it's
you go.
just like superstition.
There you go. Yeah, you know what? That's all athletes have their own superstition. Cats or dogs?
Cats. I'm a cat person. Yeah.
Now, this question actually ends up fitting because you love basketball so much. This was one that I thought I might have to change, but this one actually ended up fitting. LeBron or Jordan?
Jordan.
Jordan.
Okay.
Yeah.
But third option, Curry. I love
Yeah,
Steph
there you go.
Curry.
Yeah, he's dangerous. Favorite hobby outside of sports?
I like working out on my own.
Yeah.
It's like a big one. And hanging out with friends and doing both at the same time. So.
Yeah. Me and my friends used to have our own fair share of 3-hour-long gym sessions back home all the time.
Yeah, I think it's nice. Like over the summer, I did it a lot where I could just go there by myself.
Oh yeah, it's really
Stay there
nice.
for 3 hours, like get
Put the
in that
headphones
mindset.
on and just go.
Yep.
Yeah. Coffee or tea?
Used to be tea, but I'm
You're
starting
a
to
college
grow
kid
up.
now. It's coffee.
Yep, growing up.
Yep. Yep. And then the question that puts everybody on the spot every time: who's your favorite girls lacrosse player here?
Here.
Yeah. Like, who's your favorite teammate?
Put you on the spot.
Oh my.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say my roommates, Riley and Ann. Just because.
Easy way out.
Easy way out. That's
Easy way out.
crazy.
But
Wow.
if I had, if you.
As my
No.
Fitbit or Fitbit. My
Why
Apple
you
Watch
always
goes
call it
off.
a Fitbit?
I
That's
really
so
do.
funny.
I really do.
If I had to choose one, I would only say Riley because we played against each other in high school.
Oh,
and
okay.
we played on the same club team, so
Ah, okay. I see.
shout out to you, Riley.
That was fast.
That was fast. Where we at? Ooh, just 20 more seconds, and then we're at 10 minutes. So we're
At
good.
10 minutes.
Honestly, good
This
shape.
means I
Good
get to
shape.
talk about Josh McDaniels more.
Yes.
Future me,
Yes.
since we're recording this beforehand.
Yes.
But yeah, now I figure since we went through this one so fast, again, I mean, you already introduced yourself and everything, but if there's like any team events, anything like that, anything you want to plug on here, anything you want to talk about, you can go ahead. You have the floor. Joe, you can cut to her cam, and we'll let her have the floor and talk about anything she might want to talk about.
Yeah, I guess something I would say is definitely more like student participation watching the lacrosse games this season. Our season kind of runs from end of February, till about middle of April. Last year and the years prior, we didn't have a lot of attention. We weren't winning a ton, but there's a few sports like softballs in the spring and lacrosse, and we don't get a ton of attention on campus, but it'd be nice to have some student attention this year.
Go get some people to show out.
Yep.
February might be a little bit cold, but
Oh, yeah. If we
Yeah.
can be out there, you can be out there.
I mean, hey, there you go.
I don't know why I'm pointing at the camera when it's not on me.
Yeah, it's not even on us anyway. But yeah, that's everything. We can cut back to the wide and we can wrap this up.
Yes.
Again, Caroline Zentis, not Fairview, not anymore. Edinboro Women's Lacrosse. Thank you so much for coming on the show. We appreciate it.
Thanks for giving us the rub.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thanks for the view count improvement. So
You're welcome. Anytime.
hopefully we'll. This has been 3 straight weeks of having it on the show. Now we've been able to keep it consistent.
And this is episode 60.
Oh, this is episode 60. How about that? So hopefully we'll be able to give you guys another one of these next week. Bring on either another football player, someone else who may be interested. Try and get someone on the team who's, any of the teams out here, actually. Maybe we'll get one of the basketball guys on here, actually.
As you
Club
can tell, we don't have a plan.
We do not have a plan. That's all right. Keeps the show interesting. So we will see you guys next week. Good night, America.
Oh,
I hit it.
I almost swore.